Hey guys, welcome back. Another day, Camp House Barbecue. On today's episode, we had a damn good time doing it. Today's episode, we ended up harvesting a hog that we had here at the house that we had raised. She weighed about, I'm gonna say 50 to 55 pounds, maybe 60 pounds. But we went traditional, old school way on this hog. We harvested here. We boiled the water, we scalded it, we scraped it with our old trusty knife scraper. And let me tell you what, we put it on Old Lady May, we injected it, seasoned it, and man, I'm going to tell you what, that thing came out good. The one thing I did fall off of this was, I think my pit's a little too small for one, a little bit that big, it could handle it. But I probably just need to run it a little bit slower. But once again, it still had a great flavor. Tender, juicy, moist, you name it. Everything was good. The skin got a little darker for my liking on top of it, but it's probably because we had it a little bit too hot. But for the most part, everything came out good. We ran it about 225, 250. At some point, they got to 275. But all in all, it was a great cook. It was a fun cook. We had family and friends over, and they had a good time with it. It was good pig, good hog. We pinched off of it, mixed some barbecue sauce in it, made some sandwiches, some tacos, salsas, a bunch of stuff with it. The temperatures that I took this hog to up on the shoulders, I went about 185 or so-ish on there. And the hams, I went about 165. And that cooked evenly, perfectly. I did rotate it at one point during the cook, but it didn't work out for me. I kind of blew out the skin off the rear, off the hams. But, you know, live and learn. I've got another one in the pen that we can work with. So this was our first time doing a domestic hog like this. It was a lot of work, but we had fun doing it, and hopefully y'all enjoy it. Y a tirar botes, no hay más, guys. Cheers. So we have our water boiling. We got our little table section over there. We're gonna skull and shave the pig right for the wind. We're outside. Now I'm gonna go to the pen, and I am going to harvest the hog, and I'll be right back, guys. So got our hog back, dispatched, harvested. We rinsed them off a little bit. First of all, and tell them thank you for giving us his life, to feed us, to feed my family, and just want to thank God for giving us this opportunity and harvesting this animal to feed our family. Alright guys, so now we're going to get some of the hot water and we're going to start scraping. I'm going to turn them around, that way I could, probably here up on the leg you go against the grain, so I'll scrape it against the grain and we'll just start. You want to make sure you get it hot. Hot all over. Right at the spot. You see it, you see that skin sucking up. Sucking up on it. Gotta get the whole body hot. See that? Comes right off. Kind of go with the grain. Gotta work fast because they cool down fast on you. Alright, let me get some more water. It helps to have a sharp knife too. Try to get it in sections. Get it in sections, that way they don't get cool on you too fast. Work on the leg. Try to go against the grain, it helps you out a lot. So like
here the grain was going up. Now we're gonna go back the other way. On the front, towards the front. Work on the belly. Make sure your water is boiling hot. If not, it won't work. You'll have a miserable time. Smooth. All right. Get a little more of this water down here by this belly. If you have to go in small sections, hey, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. They will get cold. They'll get cold on you. Easier if you have a two-man operation. But no camp house, always one man. I normally leave the head towards the end, a little harder. So, clean this up. I'm gonna go around the leg.
Alright guys, so we got them pretty much as good as we're going to get them here. We're going to go ahead and give them a quick little rinse just with regular running water with the faucet from the water hose. Give them a quick rinse, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to field dress them. I'm going to omit that part, you know, just in case for YouTube purposes. So once we get back, I'll have them field dressed, and then we will split them up and clean them up. That way we'll get them ready for injection and seasoning. Guys, now that we got them cleaned up and field dressed, I'm going to go ahead and get just any ordinary knife. Try not to use one of your good knives for this, but grab you a knife with decent edge on it and a hammer. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start up at the very top of the spine of the backbone and go all the way down, about midways down in between both slabs of ribs. Open them up so I can get some injections through that cavity where the spinal cord and everything is down into the loins. I'm also going to run my knife along each side of the ribs by the spine and crack those open also so I can get some injection. But yes, use your little hammer. I know a lot of people sometimes like to use hatchets on this and hatch at it, but to me, my preference, I don't really like to use a hatchet due to the fact that you get a bunch of bone fragments and chips in there. And if you don't clean it out right, and when you go to pull it or do anything like that, you might have some of those bone chips left over behind. So all I'm going to do is just break it down the spine, come on each side of the backbone where the ribs connect, and then just do a little incision there. You'll feel like a little tendon there. It'll cut easy and split them open, and we should have them all set up and clean up any sinew you have, any little nodes that you can see for excess fat.
silver skin off the bacon. I trim off the silver skin off the hind legs. Anywhere where the meat is exposed, where I'm gonna put seasoning, I go ahead and I take that silver skin off the innards, off the bacon, the slabs on the side, and then also on the ham. So we're gonna get all this cleaned up, and then we will see y'all at the injection table.
Alright guys, we just got done with a hog, and it was a lot of work, let me tell you. It was a lot of work, but you know, it was well worth it. Do it for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I got it today. We got it done today. I got it on ice. Tomorrow I'm going to cook it, smoke it, and we'll see how it comes out. So hopefully y'all enjoy it, and stay tuned. Ya tirar botes no hay más. I'm going to cool myself down with some 2-story cold beer, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright guys, so we have our hogs. We left them overnight in ice chest. Now we're going to inject them up and season them up and go from there. All we're going to do is I got about it's probably about halfway of 100% pineapple juice, and I'm going to mix one of these Pit Spritz from Crawford, the pineapple one. We're going to mix it. It has to take a little break, so we got rain this morning. It was supposed to rain all day today. Still got old lady name. This is my cattle trailer. It should be okay. We're going to mix this up. Start injecting. Probably just going to inject. We're going to try to get the shoulders, the tenderloin, the loin. That's why I put up here to try to shoot back in there to the loins, and then shoot the loins right in here. The ham, anything that we can get for the most part, like I said, because the skin is on. So whatever we can get, we'll get. We will get to it. Start over here in the shoulder. Yep. And I am going to try to cook these. I'm going to try to flip them over. I'm going to cook them what they call a running style. Because I do want to utilize some of the skin. I want to try to get that crispy skin on there, and I want to try to eat some of that skin. It's the best part. So here we go. We'll go back in here. Move it around. Jaw meat. Jaw meat too. This is my first whole little hog. Domesticated hog. Pump up the loins over here. in it. This is the bacon area. Beautiful. Beautiful. Always gotta have your bacon. Gotta have the bacon. Professionals out here, folks. All these keyboard ninjas. Just a little old South Texas boy. Bear with me. Give me a break. A little fat you want to take off from that? Just a little old boy from Texas. Having some fun. Using a blend of things today. I'm going to be using the Los Tres Locos, Crazy Rib Rub, and then Uncle Steve's pig powder, and then I'm going to top it off with a little bit of probably the smoke bomb. But we'll go through that here shortly. Stay tuned.
Alright guys, so what I forgot to mention, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put down a base layer of SPG. And for our SPG, we're going to be using Crawford's SA. It's got salt, pepper, garlic, so it's going to be a good base layer. And then we're going to go ahead and do the Tres Locos, and then the cow powder from Uncle Steve's Shake. So we're going to season her up, let her sit for a little bit. I already have Lady May fired up. We used a bag of Royal Oak, lump charcoal from Royal Oak, that red bag, and we're going to go ahead and just use that as a base layer. We're going to be using some hickory chunks, a few pecan splits, and some more also mesquite splits for this cook on this one. So we're going to get this seasoned up and let her have a little rest for a little bit, and then we'll check back when we throw her on the pit.
Guys, he's in. The tight squeeze, we got him figured out. Put a little foil on his ears and his snout so they don't get darker than the rest of it. So we're just gonna let him ride, see what happens. Alright guys.
Alright guys, at this point we are about 2 hours in. 2 hours into the cook. This is the first time I've opened it, and we're getting pretty good color on this guy.
Alright guys, we're about 3 hours in. Got good color. Got a little dark on me on top. And then bam, we had a little action. I flipped it around towards the fire and we blew his ass out. Oh well, right? We live and learn. First time doing it, so we'll figure it out. But I put it back this way. And it looks damn good. Alright guys, I'm going to tin it up with a tin of foil on top. That way it doesn't get no darker anymore on top. And we'll pick back. Alright.
Hey guys, at this point we pulled them. It was about a 7-hour cook. Internal temps, so the shoulders were 185 and the hams were 165 internal.
You need to have it on?
No, sir. Yep. Yeah, so I put that.
I've had one like this in probably 6 years.
That's a good shit right there, son. Here, hurry up, eat it. Somebody. Hey, don't
I'm
fuck
not.
around Rudy, huh? Let somebody get it from you.
Get it.
Who is?
Okay, I'll get it.
Alright guys, so from this point I'm gonna let y'all just enjoy. We went ahead and we pulled some of that bacon. Everything rendered down nicely. It was awesome. You know, we had friends and family over. We had a great time. We were throwing cans, eating pork. We called it a pinch of pork, so we just all pinched off of it. But I went ahead and I pulled a lot of this. Added a little bit of Head Country's original barbecue sauce to the mix, and we just pulled it and we just hung out. As you can tell right here, it all fell apart. Just awesome. It was great stuff. Had a great time doing it, and I'm just gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all's time. If y'all stuck around this long, I know this is one of my longest videos yet, but it was a long process. I didn't want to leave anything out of this video so y'all can enjoy the start to finish with me. I enjoyed making this video. Hopefully y'all stay tuned for the next one. Y a tirar botes no hay más. Thank you for your times, guys. Please make sure to give us a thumbs up, a share, or a thumbs down. We'll take it either way.